Let me ask you something that might sound familiar. Do stairs feel steeper than they used to? You are not alone. In fact, a surprising number of seniors stop using stairs not because of pain, but because they're afraid they will fall. And that fear often starts with one simple thing: muscle weakness that sneaks up on you without warning. According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 4 Americans over 65 struggles with walking or climbing stairs. And the truth is, this does not happen overnight. It builds slowly when we sit more, move less, and tell ourselves it is just part of getting older. But here's what most people do not realize. The loss of strength in your legs, hips, and ankles creates a dangerous chain reaction. Your knees begin to carry more pressure, your balance suffers, and soon, something as basic as stepping onto a curb becomes a real risk. The good news? You can reverse that spiral, starting today. Because the body is incredibly adaptable. Research shows that even after 60, targeted exercises can rebuild strength, restore coordination, and rewire your confidence on stairs. And in this video, I will show you exactly how. There are 6 essential home exercises every senior should be doing, especially if you want to keep using the stairs safely and without hesitation. We'll count down from number 6 to the most important move at number 1, and each one is carefully chosen to build on the last, so you rebuild strength step by step, just like climbing stairs itself. This is not a random workout. It's a connected routine, backed by science and built for your real life. Let us begin. Exercise number 6, seated knee extensions. This is where we start, sitting down safely and reactivating the large muscles at the front of your thighs, your quadriceps. Why does this matter? Because your quads are the muscles that help extend your knee every time you take a step upward. And when they weaken, stairs become harder and more dangerous. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in the chair with both feet flat on the ground. Slowly lift one leg forward until it's fully straight. Hold for a moment, then lower it with control. Switch legs and repeat. You want to move slowly, not kick or jerk, and keep your breathing steady. This small movement helps rebuild the strength that supports your knees when stepping up. It also gets your brain reconnecting with your legs, an important first step towards rebuilding confidence. But this is just the beginning, because strength without stability is like climbing stairs on ice. Exercise number 5, heel raises. Now that we have activated the front of your thighs, it's time to shift your focus lower to the muscles in your calves and ankles. Why is this important? Because every time you step upward, your calves help push your body off the ground. They also stabilize your ankles, keeping you balanced on uneven surfaces like stairs, curbs, or even your own living room floor. When these muscles weaken, your knees are forced to absorb more shock with every step, and that puts you at greater risk for pain, fatigue, and missteps. The solution? Heel raises. You can do this movement standing behind a sturdy chair or countertop. Gently hold on for balance, then slowly lift your heels off the ground, rising onto the balls of your feet. Pause at the top, then lower back down slowly and with full control. Try not to bounce or rush. Think of this like you are training your calves to hold your body weight with purpose and strength. Over time, you'll feel a difference, not just in your calves, but in how steady your entire lower body feels. And with stronger ankles, your knees won't have to do all the work anymore. But strength and balance are not enough on their own. You also need coordination, the kind that helps your legs work together in rhythm. Exercise number 4, seated marching. Now that your upper and lower legs are engaged, it's time to reconnect everything from your hips to your toes so they work together in sync. This is where seated marching comes in. Why does this matter? Because climbing stairs is not just about strength, it's about timing. If one leg lags behind the other or your hips are not firing properly, your body has to compensate. And that leads to wobbly steps, misalignment, and even falls. Seated marching helps retrain the coordination between your hip flexors, thighs, and core, a connection that often fades with age but is absolutely essential for safe, steady movement. Here's how you do it. Sit tall in a firm chair with your feet flat on the floor. Gently rest your hands at your sides. Slowly lift one knee toward your chest, like you're marching in place. Lower with control, then lift the opposite knee. Continue alternating at a steady, even pace. This is not about speed. It's about control and connection. You're training your legs to move rhythmically again, with better timing and trust. And that's a huge step forward if you want to feel confident on stairs. But we're not done yet, because marching in place is one thing, but moving upward takes a whole different kind of strength. Exercise number 3, step-ups. Now that your legs are activating and moving in sync, it's time to put that strength to the test with the most practical movement of all, stepping upward. This is where step-ups come in. Why is this so powerful? Because it trains the exact muscles you use every time you climb stairs. Your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves, all working together to lift your body against gravity. When done correctly, step-ups improve real-world strength and help restore the control and confidence you need to face stairs without hesitation. Here's how to do it. Find a low, stable step, like the bottom stair or a sturdy platform. Place one foot firmly on top, press through your heel, and lift your body upward using the strength of your leg, not momentum. Pause at the top, then slowly step back down. Switch legs and repeat. Move in a steady, deliberate rhythm. Don't rush, and most importantly, keep your knee lined up over your toes, especially on the way down. That's where most people lose control. You can hold on to a counter or a rail if you need support. The goal here is not to challenge your balance. It's to build power safely. With consistent practice, this simple movement makes stairs feel less like an obstacle and more like a warm-up. But there is still one critical area we need to address, and most people forget it entirely: the side of your hips. Exercise number 2, standing hip abduction. You've already strengthened your thighs, calves, and coordination, but if you want to protect your knees while climbing stairs, there is one more group of muscles you can't ignore: the outer hips. This includes the gluteus medius, a small but powerful muscle that controls side-to-side stability. When this muscle is weak, your knees can cave inward as you climb, placing stress on the joints and increasing your risk for pain or injury. Standing hip abduction targets this exact issue. Here's how to do it. Stand next to a sturdy chair or countertop and hold on lightly for support. Shift your weight onto one leg, then slowly lift the opposite leg out to the side, just a few inches, without leaning your upper body. Keep your toes pointed forward and your hips level. Pause briefly at the top, then return with control. It's important to move slowly and avoid swinging. If you feel it in your lower back, you're likely leaning too much. When done proportionally, this movement strengthens the muscles that keep your knees aligned and your balance steady, especially during stair climbing, when side pressure on the knees increases with each step. And now we're ready for the final and most important movement in the entire routine. Exercise number 1, sit to stand. If you could do one movement to improve your ability to climb stairs, this would be it. Sit to stand is not just an exercise. It's a real-life motion you use every day. Standing up from a chair requires almost every major muscle in your lower body: your glutes, quads, hamstrings, and core. It also tests your balance, control, and confidence all at once. And here's the truth. Studies show that your ability to rise from a chair without using your hands is a powerful predictor of future mobility and even how long you'll stay independent. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in the sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your knees bent at 90 degrees. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them slightly forward for balance. Then press through your heels, lean your upper body slightly forward, and stand up using only your legs. Pause at the top, then lower yourself back down slowly and with no dropping or collapsing. If it's too difficult at first, no problem. You can use the armrest lightly or place a firm cushion on the seat to reduce the depth. What matters most is control, both going up and going down. The more you practice this, the easier stairs will feel, because every sit to stand builds the very strength and confidence your body needs to rise, step by step, on your own terms. Now you have the complete routine. 6 essential home exercises, in the right order, designed to rebuild your legs and help you climb stairs more easily and more safely after 50. If this video helped you, tap the like button so more people can find it. And if you want more science-backed guidance for staying strong and independent, hit subscribe and join us for the next one. And remember, if you tried just one movement today, make it to sit to stand and let us know how it works for you. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep moving forward.